SSZD News. Good afternoon, America. Today we have some very important international news. For the past 13 days of this eventful October of 1962, the Cuban Missile Crisis occurred and disappeared, but there were events that led up to this moment.
One of the events that led to this moment was the failed military invasion of Cuba. In 1961, known as the Bay of Pigs, when the U.S. and CIA agents wanted to overthrow Fidel Castro and his revolution. Since the invasion was not a success, President John F. Kennedy signed a sanction placing an embargo on Cuba.
Oh yes! Fidel Castro played a very important role in this eventful crisis. He is the Prime Minister of Cuba. He is the one who brought the Cold War into the Western Hemisphere back in 1959. The Cold War was the name given for the relationship between the U.S. and the Soviet Union after the World War II. So here's a brief summary of the Cold War. After World War II, the Cold War began. The Soviet Union and the United States were the two superpowers that came out of the World War II. They had two different ideas of how they would bring up or raise their country, The Soviet Union wanted to be communist, and the United States, we don't want that. So we put up a fight. The Soviet Union took over Eastern Europe, and us, the U.S., Britain and France took over the Western Europe. And the Cold War brought upon the Korean War, and in 1959, Cuba became a communist country.
Nikita led the Soviet Union during the Cold War, and he is still leading them now. He is the one who instigated the Cuban Missile Crisis by placing nuclear weapons 90 miles from Florida.
Well, how did the U.S. figure out about the nuclear weapons?
An American U-2 spy plane secretly photographed the nuclear missile sites being built by the Soviet Union in Cuba. But here's the catch. John F. Kennedy got those pictures but did not want the Soviet Union or Cuba to know he discovered the missiles. John F. Kennedy then asked ex-President Dwight D. Eisenhower for advice about the situation. Eisenhower helped guide JFK during this crisis.
Fun fact, Eisenhower was a major general in the military and commanded many invasions on other countries. So his opinion meant a lot to JFK.
After a couple of live statements from both JFK and Khrushchev, they finally agreed that if the Soviet Union dismantled their missiles in Cuba, the U.S. will not invade Cuba and secretly remove its missiles from Turkey.
Thanks for watching SSZD News. That was our breaking news for today, and tune in tomorrow.